peacefully blessed.
Welcome to Peacefully Blessed, where we are embarking on a journey of spiritual growth and inner peace. I am your host, Cammie Red. I am the author of 30 Days of Spiritual Growth, and I am also going to be your companion on this journey. Now, today's episode, we are focusing on the evening portion of day 1 in our 30 Days of Spiritual Growth series. Now, this devotion is inspired by the teachings of Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. Before we delve a little bit deeper into Tolle's statement, let's reflect on it a little bit, and let's read from our evening devotion. And it says, realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. The present moment is a profound treasure. And if you have our devotional, you can read along with me. If not, I'm reading it for you. It's where life happens, where we can find joy, where we can experience profound spiritual connections. By embracing the present, we anchor ourselves, avoiding the pitfalls of dwelling in the past and anxiously anticipating the future. The power of now is the key to experiencing life in its fullest. Now, this is going to serve as our guiding light as we uncover the transformative power of now. The power of now isn't about just merely existing. It's about fully embracing life in its entirety. It's recognizing that the past is a memory, and the future ain't even here yet. It ain't even started, leaving us with the gift of today, the present moment. Now, in this moment lies the potential for profound joy, growth, and connection. Now, by living in the present moment, it offers us a multitude of benefits for our well-being. Mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing have scientifically proven to reduce stress and anxiety in our lives. So by focusing on the present, we can cultivate a sense of gratitude and contentment, leading to overall greater happiness for each one of us. Now, imagine you had a really hectic day at work. Deadlines, a lot of emails, confusion, chaos. By just taking a moment to pause, breathe, and appreciate the present moment, you can shift your mindset from stress to serenity, allowing you to move forward and tackle any other challenges with clarity and ease. So see, by incorporating the power of now into our daily lives, it requires practice and intentionality. Begin by grounding yourself in the present moment through simple activities like, again, mindful breathing, or even going outside and immersing yourself in nature. Cultivate gratitude for the here and now. Just recognize the beauty and abundance of the things that surround you. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna advises us, let a person lift himself by himself. Let him not degrade himself. For the self alone is the friend of oneself, and the self alone is the enemy of oneself. That's chapter 6, verse 5. Now, this verse emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and the power of the self to go beyond suffering through mindful practices. Healing from past pain or trauma is a journey that begins in the present moment. While the past may have shaped us, it doesn't define who we are. By acknowledging our experiences and choosing to focus on the present, we reclaim our own power to create a brighter future for ourselves. Think about this. Consider someone who has experienced a traumatic event in their lives. By practicing mindfulness or staying rooted in the present moment, they can gradually release that grip of the past, allowing space for healing and growth to occur. It sort of reminds me back on our last podcast episode where we were talking about the power of forgiveness. Being in the present moment of now allows you to gradually release the pain, gradually release the guilt, allow you to forgive others, and even allow you to forgive yourself. One of the things that Tolle teaches in The Power of Now is that the ego is often the source of our trauma. It's the voice in our head that tells us we're not good enough or that we'll only be happy once certain conditions are met. Now, by recognizing and disidentifying from your ego, we get to reclaim the power to live authentically in the present moment. Now, in the Quran, it is written and it states, "And not equal are the good deed and the bad deed. Repel evil by the deed which is better. And thereupon the one whom between you and him is enmity will become as though he was a devoted friend." That's the Quran 41:34. This verse actually reminds us that the importance of capping our ego and responding to things with compassion and kindness. Now, living in the present moment serves as a powerful catalyst for our healing. As we release the grip of the past and embrace the now, we get to create a space for forgiveness, as I said before, compassion and growth. Each moment lived fully in the present is a step towards our liberation from the chains of our past. And a lot of us are really just trying to let go of a lot of that stuff in our past. Now, consider you are someone who has held on to resentment towards a loved one for years. You all know how that feels. I know how that feels. Now, by practicing forgiveness, which is what we discussed in our last podcast episode, and focusing on the here, the present moment, the now, we can release the burden of anger and pain, allowing a space for love and even a space for reconciliation should you decide that's what you want. Now, if letting go of the past feels a little bit overwhelming, remember that healing is a journey, not a destination, okay? Seek support from loved ones or go get a therapist. Again, hit me up on here if you need to, and practice self-compassion along the way. The power of now invites us to release the burdens of yesterday and embrace what should be considered a gift of today. The Bible teaches, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:18-19. This reminds us God's promise of renewal and transformation when we let go of the past and embrace the present. As we conclude today, I just want to remind you that many of our religious traditions actually teach us the importance of living in the present moment. In the Bible, Jesus says, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble on its own. Matthew 6:34. By surrendering to God's plan and trusting his timing, we will find peace in the present moment. Now, today's reflection, I just want you to think about this. How often are you truly present in the moment? And today's activity, if you get a moment, take about 5 minutes and practice a mindful meditation. Focus on your breath just for 5 minutes. So as we conclude today, I want to end with this prayer. Eternal presence, help me to live in the now, cherishing each moment as a gift. I am grateful for your time. I am grateful for the now. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Amen. Now, I want to say thank you for joining us on our dive into the power of now. In our next episode, we'll go on to our day 2 of our 30 days of spiritual growth series, focusing on our morning devotion inspired by the Quran 49 verse 13. Now, I promise, I will get better at this as each one of these podcast episodes goes on. I am diligently trying to be obedient to God in this moment. So don't miss out on the wisdom and guidance that awaits us in the next episode. And as always, again, thank you for joining us on this journey of inner peace and blessings. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe or follow us on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, or even Amazon Music. You'll never miss an episode. And remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Connect with us on social media just to stay up to date and engaged. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We even have a Facebook group called at Peacefully Blessed Spiritual Space. You can get more inspiring content, behind the scenes insight, info about new book releases and events. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more moments of peace and blessings with you. Now, until next time, stay blessed and stay peaceful. Thank you.
Peacefully blessed.